question I wanted to ask you, is the commission ready to handle this election? There are so many, the stakes are there, quite high. Are you ready to the task?
Let me tell you that we are much better prepared this year to handle the election than in 2017. And the reason why I'm saying this, Victor, is because from 2018 to date, we have looked at the 14 issues that the Supreme Court had raised.
Exactly.
And those issues have now been addressed fully. We are better prepared than 2017. And let me tell you this. In 2017, you remember the Supreme Court talking about irregularity and illegality.
Yes.
And they said that the process is as good as the product. Now, some of the illegality that were pointed out were about the coverage of the 11,000 stations that did not have 4G. And what had happened at that time, it was not an illegality, but it was a structural barrier and challenge that we had as a commission. You count your votes, and you need to send, transmit the results. And when you push send, it is still doing this because there is no coverage.
No coverage, 4G network coverage.
Yeah, so then you walk to the tallying center. And somewhere in the middle, next to a latrine or a church or a kiosk or somebody's house, it goes. Because all our stations are geo-mapped. The Supreme Court looked at this and said, this particular result was sent at this church. Was there a station at this church? And we said, no, it wasn't. And why were you what were you doing there next to that church? Were you manufacturing votes?
I see it, right?
You see, that's a legitimate question. So what should have been done at that time, which we did not do, was to have gazetted the 11,000 stations that were not covered by 3G. And
this is something you did around 2 months ago.
Right now, we have done this. What the report that I got last week, when we were speaking to political parties, liaison committee, were that 1,111. The reason
1,111.
The reason why I remember that is because there are 4,111.
Yes.
Is not now covered, but the rest have been covered.